so expressive.
Okay, so welcome to Committed Parenting. I'm Helen.
I'm Szara.
And ta-da! Jazz hands. Today we have someone really special joining us. Do you want to introduce yourself?
Sure. My name is Bri.
And do you have any claims to fame?
Claims to fame. I have 3 very small children, twins that are 10 months, and a 3.5-year-old. That's my claim to fame right now.
It really is.
Yeah.
Well, it's not just that, but that how you manage it is really a part of it.
And I'm still surviving and sleeping and,
and doing things.
Doing things.
Things happen in the world.
That's right.
Yeah. Awesome. Thank you for being here today, Bri. It's really a privilege. Yeah.
Yes.
Awesome.
And so this month, we've been taking on the conversation of refresh. So every month here at Committed Parenting, we take on a conversation as a commitment. We take a look at a commitment, and we really get to look at all the spaces that you go walk through inside of that commitment. So we have the commitment refresh this month because it sounded like a great idea, being January in the beginning of a new year and a new decade. And really, and Bri, actually, you mentioned that even earlier, and you can speak to that in a bit, is like refresh can actually be something you can take on at any time. And this is just the opportunity this month of like, why not harness the power of refresh in everything that's there for your family, with your kids, with your parenting, and with your life. So it's just this opportunity to be inside of refresh, and let's take this on. So far, where the spaces we've gone through is we've looked at an opportunity to refresh your commitment. What is your commitment? What are you even up to as a parent? Sometimes it's like, for myself in this conversation, it's like, where am I again? Like, where am I? Where's my map? Where's my anchor? Where's my grounding? What am I actually up to here and up to accomplish? So it was just, the first kind of week we really looked at that conversation, and then the whole process of what does it even look like to refresh something? And now we're coming to the space of looking, okay, so now you might have, determined a couple areas in parenting and in family that you're looking to refresh. And now what? Like, now what? How do you keep it alive? How do you actually bring some structure and form to it? And that's actually a big reason why we invited Bri to be part of this conversation, because Bri, to me, you are like freaking queen bee when it comes to like having things happen and having like producing outcomes and producing results.
And the structure that comes with it.
Yeah. And like how you manage your family is so moving, right? Like here you have a young, toddler preschooler and then a set of twins, right? And you're up to your own business, and you're up to like really having love and connection in your family thrive, and your relationship with your husband be extraordinary, and your own kind of life and friends and social, like the amount of things you balance and have living and alive at one point is remarkable.
It is.
Thank you.
Yeah. And that's why, to me, you're the perfect person to be inside of this conversation. Like, how do we have what we want happen?
Yes.
Yeah.
So can you share?
Yeah. Well, I think this is like really my wheelhouse is structures are my jam. It's like, bringing, if you can bring a world of structure and a world of what you want, so marry those together, you really can accomplish anything. And I think, parenting is this whole different world of you can never prepare yourself for it because you don't know what's to come, right? Helen's family looks different than Szara's family, then looks different than my family. There's no way to predict what children are going to do or how they're going to act, or even
those children are so different.
Yeah.
I think one of them has an own mind.
Yeah. And so it's a different thing than any other structure I've created in my life, because most things you kind of have some predictability to, this is what's going to happen next. No certainty, but some predictability.
Yes.
This is like, I have no idea if tomorrow my 3-year-old will like chicken or not. Like, it's
I love it.
It's just like, oh my goodness, this is crazy. So no predictability. And as somebody who thrives on a lot of structure, it's the most challenging thing for me is not being able to have predictability with creating a structure. So it's been a lot of like bringing grace and compassion to myself, and then being willing to redesign my structure. So it's really what you're saying, right? That refresh. It's like, all right, well, that's not working anymore. Now I need to create a new structure to manage this. But I think it's really becoming masterful at just, okay, now what, and now what, and now what, and now what, and redesigning the structure, and whatever that is for you, whether you're a paper person or a digital person or like whatever works for you, but you have some form of something to keep track of it for yourself that isn't a chore, and it empowers you.
Yeah. There's such gold in what you just said, because you brought grace. You said you brought grace and compassion, and then being willing to redesign. Because I think, like, if I listen to you, the thing where I dig my heels in is I think my structure should work. And I get frustrated because it's not working.
It definitely should. It's the best structure ever, right? And it should definitely work.
It just should work. Like, I know. Look.
It looks so pretty. Come on. It's like it depends and everything. I think, doesn't that mean it happens?
I'll show you my kitchen, not my structure around my kitchen, not currently working. Yeah. And so I really love that part where you say, like, that part to refresh and really create newly, throwing out what wasn't working and being willing to create newly in it.
Yeah.
And what I love is that you're just so with each of the moments. Like, there you are, and it's like there's that moment that your daughter might like something, or that structure's just heading right out the window, or how whatever you planned or prepared for isn't enough of a tool base to deal with what you're dealing with. And it's like, in that moment, it's just, okay, what's working here, what's not working here, what's working here, what's not working here, what's working here, what's not working here. And like being in it, and like it's like a continual inquiry.
Yeah.
You know, with a commitment, right? And that's the whole idea here of, like, you know, really standing inside of a commitment. And like, there's something for you that you are super committed to as a family, regardless of what the structure looks like or how it goes. Like, I'm really curious, like, what is your commitment as a mom and as a parent inside your family? Like, what moves you and pulls you through that? Because there's something that's pulling you through that.
Yeah, for me, like, the commitment is unwavering, right? So the structure may change, what I do may change, who I am may change, but what I'm committed to doesn't change. And what I'm committed to is that everybody is known and loved and appreciated. So whether it's my 10-month-olds or it's the 3-year-old or my husband or whomever, it's like, that's my commitment with people. And that's how I leave people is that. And not to say I'm perfect, like, there's plenty of times where I get frustrated with my kids, but it's like, that's what I bring myself back to, is that commitment. And I think it really speaks to that world of refresh that you're talking to, is that for me, when there's those moments of, I'm so frustrated, like, she won't even just put on her pants. I'm trying to leave the house. Like, you won't just put your pants on. And it's like, breathe and remind myself what I'm committed to, and then try a different structure, because whatever I'm doing in that moment to get her to put her pants on isn't working.
I love that. And it's like, what you're speaking to is like really what we're like, what we're really, that commitment gives you your actions. Like, if you don't know the structure, it gives you that on the flyness. It gives you that being with each moment exactly how it is. And it's like, you know, kids don't come with a handbook, you know, or families don't come with a handbook, but your commitment actually creates like your next actions. Like, if you're committed to, like, for myself, like, I'm committed in my family, like my boys and my husband and my life, like, everybody knows that they're loved and they matter. Right. In that, it's like, I could be frustrated, but then the moment I ask myself, what am I committed to here? It's like that next action. It's just so available. It's like, I just know what the thing to do is, or to say. But
it's not even that you necessarily know, but you're willing to muck around to figure out how it shows up.
Like, actually present themselves. Stuff comes up. It's like, okay, if I want everyone loved and mattered, this is a conversation I'm going to have with that son, or this is a conversation I'm going to have. And what I hear, like, there you are, you know, wrestling with the 3-year-old with pants. And like, and if you want her loved and appreciated, you know, your language, your tone, and everything might come in a certain way that might be different, you know, if you didn't have that commitment.
It's
the value is really remarkable.
Thank you. Like, I'm like all renewed, you know, in my own commitment to my family.
And what I hear is like, there's such, you know, an importance for a structure, and we each are just so individual of how we use structure. And Bri, you could probably teach courses upon courses upon courses of developing structures for families and for people. And, that could be a whole business for yourself.
It could. Yeah.
I know. But
maybe they need to message Bri and
Yes, exactly. Your extra side businesses. So I really have a request that you show us your amazing structure you made for this year.
Oh, do you want to see the actual one? I have to walk. Oh, so hold on.
If you don't mind.
Jarring. No,
No, it's fine.
I just have to go in a different room and maybe turn my video around. Hold on.
Kind of like what you said at the beginning, like it's the marriage of things. It's like the structure is like one big component of it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Like then there's another piece of it, like what you want or that commitment or what you're committed to. And when the two are together, it's like, wow.
Yeah. Okay, here's my structure. Hold on.
Okay.
Oh, there we go. Can I zoom in? Hold on. Maybe. There you go.
So can you just say 2020s in 2020?
Yeah, 2020s in 2020. It's my amidst the chaos, you can see. It's
perfect.
That's my game for my family, for everything this year, like my health, my well-being, everything that I'm up to.
Mm-hmm.
And it's just intended to be fun, but inside of that commitment.
Mm-hmm.
But also stretch myself. Things like
really good.
Going on 20 dates. Somebody said to me, I'll go on 20 dates with my husband, and somebody said, you only go on 20 dates? And I'm like, I don't even go on 2 dates right now. Come on. So this is a stretch for me. Yeah, right?
Yeah.
So for me, what would be a win is going to be different than what Helen, your win is, Szara's win is, right? So it's really looking at what it's like. Structure is that opportunity to look at throwing your hat over the fence and creating something that it's going to stretch you, right? It's going to require something, but it's not so far out of reach that it stops empowering you, right?
Yeah.
And then you just don't do it.
Exactly.
And
it's
so perfect compared to the 2020s.
Yes. And I love that it has that sense of a game to it, right?
Yeah.
And that you made like you couldn't see, but I've seen that up personal. And so there's a category, and then there's every 20 that Bri, whatever that category of 20 is, there's a space to mark off, okay, I've made this 20 happen. So now, there's actually a fulfillment of your 20s. You can visually see it.
Track it and you see it moving. And
exactly.
You see it happen. Like it's so rewarding, and it does make it a game, and we love that like reinforcement and feedback. It like fuels us back up. So it's like I see it something very attainable and reachable, and yet a stretch that has you pull for what you're committed to, and you get to track it and witness yourself.
Yeah,
I like checking things off. That empowers me.
Ooh, awesome. And by chance, and I saw you share this other places, so I don't know, would you be willing to share your template?
Yeah. It's actually on my business page. So I can share, I can send you the link.
And we'll embed it with the video. I mean, we'll put the link under the video.
Yeah.
To your business page, and so that anybody that wants this template of 2020s and this fun game to create for yourself this year inside of, refreshing what you want to get up to and your commitment, go and get on the link to Bri's business page, like her business page. It's amazing for families. Bri,
oh my word!
You want to share a little bit about your business actually while you're here?
Sure. Yeah. Well, I'm a Epicure consultant. For those that don't know Epicure, we're here in Victoria, and we do healthy meals and basically make dinner and food easy for your families. That's how I like to say it.
Fun. There's even fun thrown in.
Yeah, it's a lot of fun. I started the business when my oldest was 6 months old, mostly because I needed to not just feed her the same thing over and over again, and I wanted to be inspired. Like that really was why I started it, and with no intention of really building a business. And then it just kind of is one of those things that took off, and now it's something I do I do it full time. And I love it. I love being able to empower people in their kitchen and see people change from, I don't know how to do this, to, wow, I can make curry and I never knew I could do that, right? So, or just getting that sense of the wowness back in food, and it's not boring anymore. So
Well, I love following your page because like it's inspiring, it is fun, and it gives you like really quick tips, like those really like fast or easy, simple things to do with your kids. Like I love how you actually include your daughter and include your family in what you do. So any parent out here that wants to bring like cooking into their family, like follow Bri's page, and you know it's inspiring. It's provides a sense of connection and love together, and forwards a lot of different commitments that you might have, as well as healthy, fun eating.
Yeah,
it's something we do.
And I know. Yeah. And I was just going to say, when I get bored and I don't know what to do, I go to Bri. Opens her pantry. She says, try these things now. Yeah.
Yep. Yeah. And I like that I get to include Abby, my oldest, in it.
It's brilliant.
Like, it's really fun. Like, she gets the tools of trying what she needs to try in the kitchen, but then there's kind of that, it's almost like that entrepreneurial side that I get to teach her. So, you know, she helps me unpack the boxes and like do our videos and all that kind of stuff. So it's fun to kind of teach her that and be included in a family business from a young age.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And there's also the ownership that I always like. It's so cute because you can actually see the ownership she has of it.
Yeah.
It's like, it kills me. Yeah. It's brilliant.
Awesome.
Okay.
Well, thank you. Thank you for being with us, Bri. Thank you, everyone, for listening in and taking on Refresh and your commitment. We are going to post a link to Bri's business page. So if you want that 2020 structure, go there. I'm going to go there and print it off of myself and get like, what are the 2020s that I'm getting up to this year season. So
awesome.
That's exciting. Okay. Thank you, everyone.
Bye.
Bye.